an amazing
Hey,
practice.
hey, hey, hey,
And
hey.
that the
Today we're
fact
going to
that
learn
you
about
are
how to
doing
use
that
CRM
every day
software to get closer
is
to your
huge,
customers and
that you're
make more
not waiting
sales.
until
I'm
what
Ramon
happens
Ray,
a lot of
publisher of
times is that people
BWCDaily.com
come to
and
work with me because their doctor said,
zoneofgenius.com. We're going to go
hey,
live in about
you're going to
4
die.
minutes,
Like,
just getting the
this is
algorithms and
bad.
the
You end
systems
up
time
having
across a
heart
variety of
issues,
platforms, getting them
things that are
ready
happening
to
in
be able
your
to hear
body
us
because
as we
people have
go live in about
neglected their
3
health and
minutes. We're going to go
well-being
live.
for so
And so I'm
long
excited that you're
that it's
here
like
with
that
me
huge wake-up call of your
today.
doctor
And
saying
I'm
you
so
have
excited
to do
to
something
serve
about
you. So
this.
get ready in
The
about three
fact that
minutes. We're going to go
you
live. But
said
again, this is
that
Ramon
you
Ray,
took from
obviously.
the
People have to
sessions
say
that
their
I've
name
been
when they go
doing
live.
here
We're
of
going to go
like,
live
hey,
here in
I'm
just a
going to
few
turn
minutes
this
at about
into my own
3
thing.
minutes
That
and
is
help you
exactly
grow
what I would
your
want for
business
everybody to
and
feel.
or
It's like I paid you to say
live your
that
best life.
comment,
So I'm excited
Dora and Maria,
to have
because
you
that is
here
exactly what it should
today.
be.
So
Listening
get
to
ready,
my
buckle up,
segment,
get your
whoever
seatbelt on
segment on
as we
here,
get ready to go
and
live.
then taking
In
what works
about
for
3 minutes,
you
my
and
friend
integrating
Larissa
it into
Harrington is
your
speaking.
life in
Let's
a
listen
way
in on
that
her wild
supports
rise.
you and
You
how
can
you
hear her
want to
too.
feel. So
Let's hear
I
Larissa
think that is
Harrington, who's
amazing.
finishing up
And
her
I love
segment
that
about
you're
how to
doing
be
that every day.
not
Do you want
have
to share anything else?
stress. So let's listen in.
No, thank you. Like I said, it's sometimes people say, "Oh, you
Thanks
can
for
do
joining me
this as
here.
a
I'll go
best
live
practice,"
in a
and I'm
few
like, "Oh, but I'm not
minutes.
really
About
feeling
three
that,"
minutes, I'll
and
be
then they
live.
check out.
Hey, on LinkedIn,
But for me, I
live
was
on
like, you know what? Let
YouTube,
me pay
live on
attention to
Twitter,
this because this
live
seems like
across
it's
platforms. And
rough.
I think
Like
I
when
can
you go
see your
through it,
comments. I can't bring them in
and
unless you're
even
watching
at
on
work,
YouTube
I've been hearing that
or
word
Facebook.
more.
But I hope
And
your week
so,
has been well. Let's
people
hear
actually
Dora
saying
Maria.
it like in meetings and stuff. So I was like, maybe this is something I should pay more attention to. And when you brought it up the first time, I was like, you know what? I think I better start implementing some of these things throughout the day. Let me start with lunch because that's my sacred space. I'm a foodie. And
Let me
then
see if I
after
can
that,
hear
I was
this
like, you know
well.
what? I need to start. And the other thing that you just brought into my
Good. You can hear me
awareness is
well.
just having a pulse
Good, good,
on
good.
your
So we got
day.
2 more minutes. We're
Because
going to go live.
sometimes
2 more minutes. We're going to go
what
live.
is what is like really
Talking about how to
pushing that
increase your
envelope
sales,
of
the power of
stress. So, but that's it.
CRM.
Thanks.
Yes, I love that. And I wanted to share one more thing about what you just said,
All right, all right, all right.
bringing it into your awareness. A lot of times,
2 more minutes
when I
before we
speak,
go
hopefully
live
you
about
took
using the
something
power
away
of
from it. But a lot
CRM
of times it's just opening your awareness so
to
that you're
help you grow your
more
business and make more
aware of
sales. If you have
things in the
questions for me, join
future.
me
Like
live
when
on
you go into your
Clubhouse.
day,
If you
things
can hear
will
the
pop
sound of my
back in your
voice, I'm sure you
head
can hear me
and
on
that you'll remember,
Facebook,
again, not
streaming to the
just
Zone
from
of
what I
Genius
say, from
community,
what other
LinkedIn,
people
streaming to
say
my
as well,
personal network,
but it's
Twitter,
just
streaming to my
having that
personal page, and I'm streaming live
curiosity
on
and that
YouTube as
openness
well. So if you
to
can hear
say,
my voice,
oh
feel
yeah,
free to,
that's what she was
if you know
talking
how to
about.
reach
Oh
me,
yeah, I
DM me
noticed that I need
directly.
water. And I
But I
remember
see I'm
when
going live
Larissa
across the platform,
said
so
that about
I will
paying
start
attention to
my
when you need
segment
water. Like
soon in about
those
one
little
more
things
minute.
make a
My good
huge
friend.
difference. So again, I love that you're saying that around, having that awareness because that's what it's
Larissa
all about,
Harrington
that we have
is
to be aware.
wrapping up her
Would
segment
anyone
soon.
else like to share before we
Let's
close
listen.
this up?
If you've never been on Clubhouse, listen in. Here's your opportunity.
All right. Hopefully, I didn't put y'all all to sleep after that short meditation. And hopefully, you are taking something
All
away
right, one
from
more
our
minute. I'm going
segment
to
today.
speak live.
Um,
You hear my
but
good friend,
I
Larissa
really,
Harrington.
Ramon, Ray, are you here?
Hey, Larissa, I am here, and I hope you don't mind. I'm streaming your voice to 10 billion people across a variety of other platforms as well right now. I'm here, Larissa.
Yay! I love speaking to 10 billion people. That's amazing.
By the way, can you just say hi once again to the Ramon community that's not on Clubhouse? They're hearing you in a variety of audio and video. They can't see you, but they can see me. So just one more time, Larissa, tell us who you are for the people who are not familiar with Larissa Harrington.
Hello, Ramon Ray community. I am Larissa Harrington here with the amazing Ramon Ray, who I love so much. And I am a burnout recovery and prevention strategist. And I just got done sharing about ways to avoid burnout, which I think is so important, especially for people like Ramon and people like you that are listening who are out here in the world doing amazing work, because I want you to continue doing that amazing work for as long as you desire. And I don't want you to burn out. So I'm super excited, Ramon, that you were here listening to my segment and taking notes, because I need you to stay around because you're amazing.
I appreciate it, Larissa. And with your help, I'm not going to be burned out. I'm going to do more of that breathing and other things. At 5 points you taught us today, I was taking notes, and we'll have that on bwcdaily.com a little bit later on, Larissa. But no, thank you. I think you're an amazing contribution to BWC, and we rise together. I'm definitely not into martial arts. I'm definitely not as strong as you, but I got some talents too. And so I'm excited. Together we rise. So Larissa, thank you so much. Can we unmic and just give like a woo woo to Larissa? If you want, don't do it because I'm asking. If she doesn't deserve it, then don't do it. The room should remain silent. But if she deserves it, this is a risk, Larissa, please unmic and let me hear it.
We love you, Larissa.
Love it, love it, love it.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Larissa Harrington, so glad you're here. Thanks so much. What a great segment. I appreciate you.
Right. Do you have a couple
I
of
do.
minutes
Yes.
for us
Oh,
to
you
just hang
please.
out and chat?
Absolutely.
Can we
Let's do
chat?
it. Let's chat. Let's do it.
I
Yeah.
know we have like 10 billion friends here with
Yes.
us, but can this just like be between me and you?
Just you and I.
Because okay, cool. Because I really want to know a little bit more about your role here in BWC Prime and what makes this so important for you that you are investing all of this time and energy into us.
That's a
Can
great
you share
question.
a little bit about that?
I will. And
Thank
what
you.
I'll do, Larissa, may I have your permission to start more at the top and go a bit backwards, BWC in general? How about that? Just to recap it for those who may be new listening to us on Clubhouse, and then we'll dive into BWC Prime and more. We'll just recap BWC overall. Does that sound okay?
Oh, that would be really helpful for me as well. Yeah,
Awesome.
thank you.
So our mutual friend, Glenn Lundy, the most amazing car dealer in the world and best speaker in the world, started this community on Clubhouse. I believe it was 2 years ago. And I think Larissa, 2 years before that, started live video called Rise and Grind. So that's the genesis of this, to provide motivation, education, inspiration with a lens of positivity in the world. So that's BWC, this Breakfast with Champions community that we're listening to live on Clubhouse, and billions more, trillions, I think the number just with the trillions, Larissa, trillions more listening across a variety of video channels on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, and on YouTube. So that's that. Recently, I think it was last fall, November, December, I believe, Larissa, Glenn Lundy called me and said, Ramon, I've been praying, and I just want to give this entire community to you. Glenn's 800% community focused on auto dealers and more. It's growing. And he said, dude, you have the chops and the media experience to help us take this community to the next level. And so, Larissa, guess what I said to Glenn?
You said, I'll think about it?
No, I said yes. I immediately said, close though. I wanted to say I'll think about it, but I'm like, you know what? You take your moment in life. So I said yes to Glenn Lundy. And since then, I've been leading this community and growing it to extend to the community, the motivation, education, inspiration off Clubhouse, growing the Clubhouse community and more, of course, with the great team, Dor and Mary Lynn and Tara and Christine Howard. I want to say Christine Howard. So that's what we've been doing. BWC Prime, Larissa, is that next phase of Breakfast with the Champions to provide that coaching, that consultation live so people can get more about this. They heard your share today on mindfulness. What if they want to talk to Larissa more, get personal coaching, get help from Larissa and or Ramon and more? What if they want to get help on how to grow their solo business? What if they want to know how can they publish and market their first book? Those things, this eclectic mix of live your best life and grow your business is what they can find at bwcprime.com. That next level of Breakfast with Champions. Did that sound all right, Larissa?
It did. I loved hearing that little bit of background and where we are now. But since it's just you and I talking, I really want to know why you are so passionate. Why did you say yes?
You're digging deep.
To Glenn Lundy? Because Ramon, what I know about you is that you are such a giver. You always want to lift up other people. You're such a great host and a great friend. And I see you sharing about others all the time. And so I just really want to know about you. Can I ask you that?
You
Is it
can.
just us?
Since it's just us, absolutely.
Why did you say yes? Yeah. Why is it that you are investing so much in BWC?
Sure. 2 broad reasons. One, BWC literally has changed my life. If my wonderful, wonderful wife and daughter see it quite yet in our home, I'm not sure, but I know it's changed my life. Even Larissa, just the simple words I use. When there's negativity going around, say in my church with friends, I'm like, guys, let's be grateful. Now, Larissa, as you may know a little bit about me, I was an okay guy before BWC, by God's grace, right? But it's just helped me, I think, have the tools. That's what it is. Have the tools with which to speak for my life. When I'm finding myself rushing, I find myself quoting you and quoting Lolita. Guys, should we take a minute to pause, to speed up? Should we slow down and think about this? Not so we can stop, but so we can speed up. That's language right from your playbook, Larissa. So BWC has helped Ramon Ray directly. It's helped my marriage. It's helped my family. It's helped my health. I was in Barbara Majeski's holiday challenge, Larissa, going to the gym every single day. I mean, it's helped me transform my mind and my life. So that's why I'm investing in BWC. It's helped me so much, Larissa, and I want to help others. And the second reason, to give a little business, as it were, here, is that I'm a media person. I've built several companies and I've sold several companies in the media space. It's hard. It's not easy. You don't always do it one after the other, one after the other. It's a challenge, but I do understand the concept of bringing together 60 plus hosts and experts, of which Larissa Harrington is one. I understand the concept of bringing together hundreds of people, thousands of people per day that go through our room. I understand the concept of podcasts, email newsletters, video, shows, show creation. And so I said, you know what? This is an opportunity for me to build another media company, the media brand, and also change the world and make it a better place. That's why Ramon Ray, who's not Hispanic, but I still like to say Ramon Aurelio Ray, that's why he wants to help grow the BWC platform.
Oh, I love that answer so much, Ramon. And I have one more question for you, but before I do that, I just want to see if anybody in the chat, feel free to drop any questions that you have for Ramon or I about what
Absolutely.
BWC Prime is. I would love to see that. And, okay, I'm going to ask one more thing of
You
you.
can ask 7 more questions, Larissa. You have 7 more credits. I've just extended.
Yes,
I've just added
yes.
6 more to your account.
Sweet. Okay, I'm going to ask the audience here. Ramon was sharing how BWC has changed his life and his marriage. I was sharing, how Glenn Lundy and BWC has changed my life. If you also want to drop anything in the chat, because I would just love to see that. If you have ever gotten any benefit from being here in BWC, I would love to see those shares. But,
And Larissa,
Ramon,
before you get to the question, you may ask this, but I just wanted to add also, thank you for being so kind, is that tonight at 7 p.m., we're going to go live with our second live coaching session. I'll be doing part 2 of how to grow your solo business. So this is live at BWC Prime. And thanks, Christina, for putting that in the chat. BWCprime.com. Jeannie and many others are part of that community. I, in fact, went to visit Ryan of Be Well Bakery. He's in the community, Larissa. I went to visit his bakery. Me and my wife took a date day brunch, and I drove to see him. So this is real. I'm all in, Larissa. I drink, eat, and sleep literally BWC. I went and ate a sandwich made from the hands of a BWC member in Philadelphia, near Philadelphia, just last Friday. Back to you, Larissa.
I love it. I saw those pictures. I will say, Ramon, the list could go on and on of all the benefit that I got. But I think for me, one of the biggest things that I have received from Breakfast with Champions is the community and expanding my network. The fact that I'm friends with Ramon Ray now because of being here in Breakfast with Champions. And I don't think I ever would have met you outside of this. And I just think of all of the amazing humans. In fact, that you're talking about, you just got to go to a bakery with somebody from BWC. And I see pictures all the time of you meeting up with people and giving hugs. And that piece of it is so huge. And I think that for me, for a long time, I underestimated the power of expanding our community. Right? Do you want to share anything about that?
No, you're right. I was just adding value to what you said. I'm just rolling with you. And I think that it's funny. Even last night, I went to an event. Jean Stafford, one of our community members here in BWC, I'm not sure if she's on the stage now, but she invited me to an event that she had with a former Secretary of State. Powerful, Larissa. So to your point about meeting people, you're friends with Ramon Ray. Well, guess what, Larissa? I'm friends with Dre Baldwin, and Dre Baldwin is friends with Scott Simon. Scott Simon is friend with Don Maria. Don Maria is friend with Lolita. And we can go on. So you're right. This beautiful community, which brings together, as our common friend Sarah McCord has said, it brings together common-hearted people. We all may not think exactly the same. I mean, when I see Larissa's workouts, I already get dizzy and I start sweating. So we're not going to all think the same and do the same, but our hearts are all absolutely united for sure.
Yes. Oh, I love that, Ramon. And I'm seeing here in the chat, Rebecca sharing about this room bringing out confidence. And Tori said, this room has saved their life, right? This place is just so powerful. And I know for me, I want to get back to BWC and BWC Prime. For me, I talk about my vision is that everyone is using their gifts to make a positive impact in the world while also experiencing freedom, peace, and joy, right? For me, that's the vision that I see. This is the world that I'm trying to create, is to let every single person know their strength, know their power, share it with others, make a positive impact in the world while they are also experiencing freedom, peace, and joy. And I want to know for you, what is your vision for BWC and the world that you're creating, especially with BWC Prime?
Absolutely. I'll answer the BWC part first. A few days ago, I had the opportunity to talk to somebody, and I didn't know, Larissa, that they were hurting so much. And I wouldn't have known that if I didn't take the time literally to pause and say, let me not rush. So through literally, I did that, Larissa. Literally, I paused, said, let me stop rushing because I happen to be short, bullet point, boom, 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 boom. That's my style. That's me. But I paused, Larissa. They opened up, floodgates opened in their heart and sharing some things with me that I wouldn't have known if I wouldn't have paused. So that's point number one, Larissa. This message of motivation, education, inspiration, of minimal or no politics. My point is of peace, of upliftment, of waking up early, of health, of mental health, of healing trauma, of forgiveness, of they do it. It's not done. What is it? To me, it's done for me, or, those things make the world a better place. That's one. BWC Prime, Larissa, what excites me, I know that I've been blessed with a lot of experience to help coaches, authors, creators, speakers. This is my gift, my talent. I can do it over and over again. I've worked with Seth Godin and some of the top leaders who are building solo small business owners. This is what I do well. So that BWC Prime community is where we meet every weekday, where we have a 24/7 discussion board, where we have our members list. And more things are being added. We're just starting, where people who want to dive in and get that live, more intimate help from Ramon and others, including Larissa, BWC Prime is that place. It's about the motivation, education, inspiration for our lives, our personal lives, which we do right here. And those who say, you know what, I have a business and I want to grow it. I'm ready to take it to the next level. BWCprime.com is the place to get that done.
I have like chills just hearing your passion as you're talking about this, Ramon. And for those of you who are listening who have never like had a conversation with Ramon, he is one of the most genuine and giving humans I have ever met. Like, I just want to say that about you. And
Thank
so
you,
the
Larissa.
fact that you are leading as BWC Prime and allowing yourself to be in that space to coach, mentor. What do you call yourself when you're in that space?
I'll take coach. I'll
What do
take
you
that.
think? Okay.
Coach.
So coaching, right? Like to coach all of these amazing or upcoming speakers and authors and coaches, it is so powerful to see what can happen when you're in that type of energy. And so for anyone who's I know you don't like selling
Go for it.
stuff on here,
I
but
need
I
to do
just
it
want to
better.
say this.
Selling is service. Selling is service. So I need to do
Right.
better at that. Yes.
Yes. Exactly. Like the fact that you are going to be able to serve people at such a deeper level. This place is amazing. I've had such amazing things happen just from being here on Clubhouse, but taking it off of Clubhouse is going to be even more powerful. And I think get people quicker results.
And the
And
community,
so,
Larissa, I just want to add also, it's an app, so BWC
yeah,
Prime is not just a Facebook group or anything. It's a private community. So we have, jokes and upliftments and winning Wednesdays and cheering each other and et cetera. So it's definitely, taking this community off Clubhouse, which is great, but extending it in a different way. That's how I'd word that. Yes, for sure.
yeah. And really the service, like that you're going to be able to serve people more
Correct.
there. And that you can hear like your passion, your love of people, and your love of service is just coming out of you. And so I just really want people to know that that exists because right, Glenn shares that I think came from Grant that best known beats best, and but this is the best and we want it to be the best known, so we have to be able to talk about it more and share about it more. So for those of you who are already in BWC Prime, thank you. Tell your friends. And for those of you who are still like thinking about it, go check it out and see what it's all about. And we'd love for you to join us as long as you are also a kind-hearted, like-hearted individual who knows that they're here on this planet to make a positive impact. We want you in this community. We want to learn from you, to get supported by you, and we want to serve you and pour into you so that you can show up and shine and share your gifts with others. Yeah.
Larissa, that is powerful. I appreciate it. And also another follow-up question to you, Larissa. Put in the chat, and please don't just, actually, I'm going to make it I don't know what you call that kind of question, Larissa. You know about the mind and questioning people, all those kind of things. But what do you call it when you're asking a negative question? That's what I'm going to do right now, so you can tell me what the right word is. Thank you for the hearts. We're getting some hearts in the live video chat too. So here's the thing, Larissa. If you think Larissa Harrington and I should not do a show together, we should not do the Larissa and Ramon show. Put a 2 in the Clubhouse chat. Put a 2 in the chat. If we should not do a show together, and this absolutely sucks, and it's absolutely miserable and horrific, put a 2 in the chat. Be honest, no problem. Just you can put it anonymously, jokingly. No anonymous there, but put a 2 in the chat. Okay, well, wait. Good. Okay. If you think Larissa and Ramon, the Speedy Gonzalez of the world, and the thoughtful queen and princess and emperor of the world, should join forces in some way, shape, or form, thank you, Tarika. Put a 1 in the chat. If you would love to hear some Ramon and Larissa, some fast and pause, some thoughtful and whatever. These are not opposites, they're complementary. Put a 1 in the chat. Wow. Well, Dr. Fred, like the book publisher himself, amazing human, put like 7,000 ones in the chat, Larissa. I don't know if you saw that. Larissa even put a 1 in the chat. Okay. Larissa, we got some votes. Nobody put a 2 yet. I was baiting. I was giving people the opportunity to put a 2. Love it. All right.
Malcolm said 2 minus 1
I
equals
love
1.
it. Well, Larissa, anything else from you?
Yeah.
And if not, feel free to close us out one more time. Just give us a nice summary of who you are, what you do for the world. I'd love to have you close us out as we transition here. But Larissa, please, one more time, just give us a summary of even what you shared today, whatever you like. The mic is all yours. Always good to hear your voice. And let's consider doing a room together.
Thank you, my friend. I am always down for that because I adore you and I love everything that you offer to the world. But I am Larissa Harrington. I am a burnout recovery and prevention strategist. I'm also a somatic trauma practitioner and high performance mindset coach. So all the work I do is to support people in being able to show up and serve and share their gifts with others while also experiencing freedom, peace, and joy so that they don't burn out and that they can continue doing meaningful work in the world as long as they desire. And today I shared about those 5 tips to avoid burnout, believe that joy and ease are possible, have a strong morning routine, know what's important to you, have healthy habits, and make sure you create and maintain boundaries. And so I hope that it helped at least one person today. And Ramon, I thank you for supporting me and for all you do for BWC. And thanks for letting me ask you some questions here this morning.
Oh, no, Larissa, the pleasure is mine. And thank you for wanting to do so. So I really appreciate it. And everybody do follow Larissa Harrington, one of our many, many hosts here. And I personally think the best host we have in the 7 a.m. hour, or 6:30 hour, I think the best host. So Larissa Harrington, but seriously, thank you for being here. Follow Larissa across the social platforms. Follow her here on Clubhouse. Pour into her and ask her how she can help you grow your business, how she can help you live your best life. She's the person who I call to, cry to, WhatsApp to, text to, email to when I have a question. And so she's very willing to help you as well. See how she can help you in your business. Larissa, thanks. I know you're probably going to be around for a bit, so feel free to hang out and pop in anytime.
Thank you, my friend. All right, can't wait to hear what you have to share. Let's
Absolutely. Go. Hey, everybody. Again, this is Ramon Ray. That was Larissa Harrington. That was the Ramon and Larissa show, which started at what time? 6:30. Yeah, 6:30. We had 2 hours together. This has been very fun. And I like working with Larissa because we're so similar, like heartedness, but she just has a totally different strength than I have. And I've learned a lot from her. When she asked those purposeful, deep questions, I'm like, oh, it's getting a bit uncomfortable when you shift in your seat. So Larissa, definitely thank you so much. And again, everybody, I'll do a quick reset for the room. I'm so glad you're here today. We're going to learn how to use CRM software to get closer to your customers and make more sales, which dovetails well with what Larissa Harrington and I talked about, because CRM is simply about relationships. And that's what Larissa talked about today. Relationships. The full version of this, the detail of this, if you have deep questions on this, because here we have a limited amount of time, we'll be talking about, not this per se, but other topics at BWC Prime. Tonight, live at 7 p.m. on Mondays, we get together. So definitely click that link, bwcprime.com. If you want coaching from Ramon and others in the BWC Prime community, this is what we're here for. Definitely check out bwcdaily.com, where we have show notes and so much more about our community at bwcdaily.com. My name was Ramon Ray, started 5 small businesses, sold 3 of them, a best-selling author, writer, speaker, event producer, and I start my flying around the world. In fact, this week I'll be in Atlanta, and then I had the honor to go to Christina Howard's event in Myrtle Beach as well and speak to her youth. So with that, let's dive in. And Tarika, thanks for being here. Tarika Simmons, thanks for being here in the Facebook stream. We're streaming on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Twitter, and across as many platforms as we can. So let's dive into it. Today, I'm going to talk about the basics, as it were, of CRM. But first, I'm going to tell you a story. I'm going to tell you how I earned $30,000 in about 4 days from my CRM. If you'd like to hear that, put a 1 in the chat on Clubhouse or just say yeah. And if you don't want to hear it, just say no. I'm fine too. You can unmute and say no. We don't want to hear it. Keep moving, Ramon. Whichever you like. Okay. Christina Howard's like, yeah, hello. So first, before I tell you about how I got $30,000 from my CRM, and this is a true story, let me give you the concept of CRM, the concept of customer relationship management software. It's a technical, geeky term, but let me help you understand it. 1, your clients, the companies you work with, they need you. They need you. Even though Amazon and Google and Microsoft are firing thousands and tens of thousands of people, there are still people out there who need you. I need Larissa. Larissa needs this person. This person needs that person. Somebody out there needs you. Here's the rub, though. It takes repeat touches oftentimes to remember that you're out there. Remember and understand, you are not their priority until they have a pain. And even when they have the pain, if they don't remember you, game's up. What's up, Laurie Smith? Thanks for being here live on Facebook. And those who are live on LinkedIn, those who are on Facebook, feel free to go to StreamYard.com/Facebook to authenticate yourself. And I can see your name, but thanks for being here. I see, love this, Ramon. I geek out over CRMs, love it. You're not their priority. So since you're not their priority, unless they have a pain, even if they have a pain, they may not remember you. Follow up and being in touch is important. It's being important. I look here at the amazing stage we have here with the amazing Dr. Fred. Let's say Yin, Limitless is here. So many are here. I'll call it Dr. Fred. I'm in need of a book. I need a bestseller next year. And I'm like, who do I go to? I'm Googling, I'm looking all over. Because I forgot his name. I forgot his smile. That's not my problem. That's Dr. Fred's problem. If you get the fun I'm having just now, poking some fun and having a good time here. Or leadership, my boy T.M. Hyman, right? The foremost expert on leadership. I'm thinking, you know what? I'm going to an event. I need someone to speak on leadership. I need a 3-day workshop on leadership. I'm like, who can I call? I'm going to go to Google. I'm going to look around. Why didn't I call TM? I forgot. Jamie Freyer's in the house. Jamie, oh, what's up, dear? It's so good to see your face here. CMs are a powerful tool when used consistently and effectively. And Jamie Freyer is the foremost expert on CRM. She's been the power behind 2 of my companies and built them. That is the amazing Jamie Freyer, who I love unapologetically, dearly. Jamie, it's good to see you here in the community. So CRMs are important. So this is why we use them, because we don't want people to forget about us. We don't want people to lose sight of us. We don't want to not follow up and be in touch with people. And we're going to touch on some of this today. And you think about personal relationships. Yes, the relationships, you heard the amazing Larissa. This started, as it were, in business. How can we help each other in some way? Maybe I can hire her. Maybe she can hire me. There's no shame in that. The Clubhouse platform, we're not here, we're not nobody's aunties and uncles or grandparents or mothers and sisters, right? This is not family here in that way. This is business. We're here for a reason, to learn from each other, to buy from each other, something we want to do with each other in some way. I attended TM's event that he had, his Leadership on Demand events. He's done some things with me. I'll see him. Yeah, and I listen to her segments, right? So we some business-ish way together that we're building each other up professionally or personally. But even if it's business,
we'll be together next weekend, won't we, Ramon? We'll be together on Christina's stage next week together.
TM, and you know what I bought for you, brother? You know what I bought?
What's that?
I bought a buckle, a seat buckle for you, man. I told you I was going to do it, and I bought it from Amazon. So buckle up, brother. Buckle up. I bought seat belts. Yeah, brother.
Let's go. Can't wait to see you on Friday.
I can't wait, man. It's gonna rock. That's TM Hyman, America's most loved mentor?
America's favorite mentor, my guy.
America's favorite mentor. That's right. So business relationships require nurturing as well. Very similar to family or friends or personal relationship. You call your auntie, you call your grandma, you call these people in your life. So business relationships also require nurturing. Why do you think that there's this affection for me and TM and Larissa and Yin and hey, Debbie, good morning, Christina and Dora Maria, Dre, Mary Lynn, and so many others here? Why? Glenn Rudin, what's up? Justin Conicos here in the house. Oh my day, couldn't they get me better? Why? Because we roll together. We hear each other hours a week. As Glenn says, we crazy people. So business relationships require nurturing as well. So this goes back to how did Ramon get $30,000 from his CRM in just a few days? I have the receipts to prove it. I contacted one of my clients, and we'd been in touch for weeks before. I wanted nothing. I just wanted to say hello. They're in touch with me. But here's the thing. I know they have a need. They put together large events. They put together large user conferences. And I know that it's not up to them to remember me. Here's the rub. Listen to this carefully, dear people. It is not even up to your client to have the solution or to know they have the need. You have to let them even know they have the need. Do you feel me? Let me say that again. The client, for example, is having a business conference. Their speaking agenda is full. My brother, Justin Conoco, sees that agenda. He's like, I don't see anything on content marketing in the agenda. Let me hit them up. Explain them who I can. In fact, the event is about real estate marketing. Let me help them understand, why don't you have a 45-minute segment all about the power of marketing for real estate agents? Let me deliver that. I know that I have the best content on that. Oh, really? We'll make room in our agenda for it. You feel what I'm saying? It's not only they may not remember you, they may not even know they should do something that you want unless you suggest it. Do you feel me what I'm saying in that? I hope so. The chat testifies to that. Thank you. So that's what I did. I said, would you like me to come and speak to your 3 conferences that are coming up about XYZ? I happen to not be available for one of them, but I'm available for 2 of them. And that's how Ramon got $30,000. Like that. Now, of course, it wasn't like that. This was years of nurturing, years of bringing the relationship. But that's how you can do it too. You have to understand, people, as I look at the stage, as I look at my friends here, Dre's having an event, Charlene's having her event, Justin's having her event, or Glenn has a need. David Spizak's in the house. Oh my God, good to see you, brother. All these people are here. They may not have needs unless you alert them to the need they have and the solution they have. So let me dive into CRM as you keep going here. And Tarika, since you asked for it, I will oblige because I am getting a bit thirsty. If y'all could give me some grace. There is nothing like a cup of
extra long slurp, man.
Yeah.
That was an extra long slurp.
I know. That was for Tarika because she asked for it. So, all right, moving on here now. So let's dive into CRM principles that I set you up and understand why we have it, to follow up, to touch, to segment. So here it is. 1, a CRM system. I'm going to give some tips and tools as much time as I have, but we'll do this live on BWC Prime at 7 p.m. tonight. We'll dive into this so much more. Know who your customers are. Know who your leads are. Know who your relationships are. Do you know what I did this Saturday? Let me tell you how intense I am on this. I have a special file that I segment certain people in called Dream 100, that I'm intentionally, purposely reaching out to them just to check in and say hi. I don't think they will ever pay me for anything. That's not why I do it. I do it because these are people who I want to be in their orbit, and I don't want them to forget me. So I'm in touch with them. That's one. This weekend, do you know what I did? I put a voice message via WhatsApp, I believe, to just about every single BWC host. How many BWC hosts? I'm going to call her up. I'm going to lay the receipts right now. On mic, if you got a voice message from Ramon. If you didn't, probably because you haven't checked your WhatsApp yet. But how many got a voice message from me? If I'm lying, you'll know right now. On mic and say you did if you did. There we go.
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
There we go. You know how many hosts we have? We got almost 60.
Nope.
Who said no?
Nope. Nope. Nope.
See, okay.
Nope. Glenn Lundy. Nope. Didn't get one.
Glenn Lundy?
Sure didn't.
You are in a whole nother
Same for me, Glenn.
class.
Glenn, not only did we not get one, it hurts. It hurts so bad.
Oh my God.
Mm.
See.
Broken.
But I did get one on Christmas Day, December 25th.
I did get one on Christmas Day also.
Yeah. No, every year. I get one every year from Ramon. Once a year.
Okay, team, what do I do now? What do I do now, Russian team? I'm just in I'm backed into a hole in a wall now. I'm just
It's okay. I'm gonna drive off the edge of a cliff right now. So I'll see you guys later.
Pick me up on the way. We'll be Thelma and Louise.
Oh boy. See y'all, when you call out things, get ready for the punchback. David Spizak. It's good to hear
You
your
did
voice.
say almost, everybody.
I did say that.
You did
yes,
say
yes.
almost.
Yes, indeed. Moving on from that, but David Spizak, at least I sent you one on Christmas. And Glenn Lundy, you and I talk probably several times a month anyhow. So I did omit you, Glenn, intentionally, because we talk. We're in touch. We're in flow and in vibe, Glenn. So you're in a different segment. So the concept is, for most people in your orbit, that's why you always clarify the word most, be in touch. So here's why to do this. Everyone is not equal in business, and you need to segment it out. This is the power of the Dream 100 concept, authored and founded by Chet Holmes International, my friend Amanda Holmes. Who are the people in your orbit that you segment and touch base with in different ways at different times? The power of CRM, it helps you scale your time, your memory, your attention, and relationship building. So the relationships I have are to remind me, because my brain is finite, how and when I want to be in touch with people. People ask Ramon, how is your speaking business especially growing? That's how, because I am purposely in touch with people. Here's the other thing about CRM that's important. You want to integrate your CRM into your email or your text marketing list so you can segment it out. This is important. For example, we have our BWC Dallas event coming up. Here's how I'll be segmenting that list. Those who've already registered for the event, by God's grace, if we do it right, you will not get an email from me asking you to sign up for the event. You won't get that email. The email you'll get is me thanking you for signing up. The email you get is me asking you to share your profile picture with me so I can amplify you to the BWC community. You don't even know it yet. But those who haven't signed up, you will get emails from me wondering, why haven't you signed up yet? Do you see the difference, the power of segmentation? Next point, as you're considering how you can integrate the power of CRM, customer relationship management, in your business, integrate it across everything you do. On your website, as people sign up to your email form, tag them, email. On your website, I'm sure Kim Walsh-Phillips does this. As they're signing up for your webinar, tag them. Now you have 2 tags, email list only and or webinar as well. As you have an event and you have a stack of business cards, add them to your CRM and make sure you tag them as business card at event. Do you see the power in our segment? Because the person who you shook hands with, the person who you're engaged with, is probably a different segmentation than somebody who's just, quote unquote, on your email list. This is the power of CRM. And many of you have probably not done this yet. Use CRM to reach out to customers personally at scale or indeed one-to-one. I'll tell you a trick or a hack that I do that works very well, and many of you have seen it. I may send an email out to 15,000, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000 people. Here's what I put in the email. P.S. I'm not a robot. I'm a real human. Email back. Do you know how many people email me back and try to test that and say, Ramon, I didn't think you would answer. Of course I answer. I said I would. Of course I answer. Or as we grow, my team will answer. So this is the power of being able to have something to many, but still personalize it to one. Next point, you have your existing contacts spread all over the place. Import those contacts into your CRM system and begin to segment them out. This is important. Emails that are stuck into Excel, emails that are stuck onto your desktop and business cards, emails that are stuck on a sticky note are no good. No good. You need to use those emails and maximize them to build relationships. Why do you think I signed up for the 10X Growth Conference? Why? Part of the reason is the relentless emails I got. Part of the reason here, hearing everybody talk about it. I signed up, yeah. I paid what? The 7,000, 70,000, 700,000? Something insane. I paid for a ticket. Yes. I bought the ticket. There's no freebie. I bought the darn ticket. I'll be in Las Vegas watching Glenn on stage as he gives his keynote. There you go. That's right. And you also use the power of CRM to nurture people to a sale. Kim Walsh does this, in fact, very well live. I do this myself. As people sign up, you can see in shadow, oh, Yin signed up. She's never signed up before. She's now my email list. Next week, oh, Yin signed up to my email list last week. She now also signed up to my webinar masterclass. Oh, Yin signed up to my email. She signed up to my webinar and she bought my $5 course. You see that nurturing, how that segmentation goes to give you intelligence on the sales path of your customers to leads, or rather your leads to customers. And I'm going to open up for questions and comments here in a minute. The other point I want you to understand and take away is the power of marketing automation. This is where things get awesome, is the power of marketing automation. And here's how marketing automation helps. When I have events, anybody wants to join me, feel free to join. When I have events, as I said before, when people sign up, for example, to BWC in Dallas, what do? We segment that person out and say, thank you for signing up for the event. That's the power of segmentation. And then we can use the power of marketing automation to automatically reply and say, please send us your profile picture so we can promote you further. Do you see how that works? They've signed up for an event. I now want to promote them, but I can do it all with the power of marketing automation. It helps scale you so we small businesses can do things in multiple ways. 2 more points I'll make, and then I want to open up and see if you have any questions or not. I'll keep going on here. But there are 3 types of CRM, as it were, that are used kind of interchangeably. They shouldn't be, but for sake of this discussion, 3 things I want you all to keep track of as you're thinking of growing your businesses. And again, these are some concepts we'll be teaching further in BWC Prime. I know that some of our hosts talk about this. Justin talks about this, not this exact detail, but these principles in his segments on Friday. Kim Walsh Phillips talks about these concepts and her segment also on Friday. I touch on these oftentimes in my segments here on Monday. And we have a few other hosts who talk about the business side of marketing. 1, there's just segmenting your contacts. You can do this even in Google Contacts. I use Google Contacts quite a bit. I use the tag feature to tag out so I can segment quickly, know who's who, and reach people. So that's the segmenting feature in your CRM. You can just segment and have a contact list, contact directory. Number 2 is for sales tracking, to know, oh, this is a lead. This person's warm. This person's hot. This person paid us X amount. They're predisposed to pay us more amount. So the whole sales tracking. David Hill talks quite about this. Susie Miller talks quite about this. The sales aspect. Of course, Glenn Lundy is an expert in this, and others, David Spizak and others who've done this for many, many years. Sales is a slightly different dimension. And then the third part that your quote unquote CRM, this big broad space, can help you with is the aspect of marketing automation. So I'm going to drill down here some lists of CRMs, contact management tools. They're not all the same. Some are the same, but they all have a cross. I'm going to rattle through this, and I'm going to see if anybody has any specific questions about email marketing, CRM, and things like that we talked about, and let me know if this is helpful for you. Wix, Keep, Zoho, Visita, HubSpot, Salesforce, Constant Contact, Pipedrive, MailChimp, Monday, Honeybook, Insightly, Nimble, and Act. These are just a few of kind of contact management CRM tools that you can use in your business. And the marketing automation.
Zoho.
What's that?
Zoho.
Oh, yeah. I mentioned Zoho third, but yes, Zoho, absolutely. Zoho CRM. Thank you, David. Absolutely. Absolutely, Zoho. And they have a new software coming out, David, called Bigin, B-I-G-I-N, which helps with sales progression as well, designed specifically for small businesses. All right. So with that, we're going to pause a bit.
Ramon, do you consider,
please,
quick question, do you consider, honestly, MailChimp, though, a CRM? I don't have MailChimp. I use it, but it's a form of contact management, but it definitely is not like a full-featured CRM compared to like the other ones.
Correct.
Do you agree?
I agree partially, David, but I think that, yes, their pedigree has been email marketing for sure. They do
and they're
have,
great at it.
Right. They're one of the best at it. And they've gotten into, David, as you know, CRM Lite. And taking it further, I've tested their marketing automation. It's not as good, you're correct, as say Keep or Zoho's, those who've been doing it maturely. So yes, MailChimp, the best email marketing. But if I had to use CRM, there are others that I for sure would explore. So you are absolutely right on that, David.
Thank you.
Jump in. That was David Spizek, everybody. Amazing host here. If you didn't know that, love David's segments. Thanks for being here, David. Honored. Feel free to jump in, David, anytime. But listen, this is your time.
Love you, brother.
You love you too, man. Appreciate you. Who wants to unmic, say your name, and join us in? Any questions you may have about?
Good morning, Ramon.
Doctor,
can you hear me?
Yes, I think that's Dre first, then Dr. Fred maybe. Dre, mic's all yours.
All right, I think it'll sound better now. I got a question here is, I know a lot of people when they're starting out their businesses, maybe they are on a little bit of a what's the word? Like a skinnier budget, for lack of a better term. Do you know of, or what do you recommend of software that integrates the CRM also with other things? So they're kind of like killing more than one bird with one stone, so to speak. So let's say something like ClickFunnels can integrate maybe a little bit of CRM, and it can host your funnels. It can also do your websites and things like that. You get what I'm saying?
I do for sure. And I would say two things. One, and I forgot to mention, I think I didn't mention already, Nimble has tight integration. Nimble, Nimble, tight integration, as does Zoho. So Zoho as well is pretty mature product, Dre, and as integration, there's more. Of course, I can get into detail, probably offline or look at some research, but I agree, preach the question. So Zoho and Nimble are two I recommend for that. And let me ask one question, Dre, and then we'll get to you, Dr. Fred. And Dre, I'd like your input. I understand exactly what you mean about CRM Lite, et cetera. And if somebody's going to stay there, yes. But only one of two things I think, Dre, are going to happen. You're going to grow, and then what's going to happen after, Dre? You're going to have to do rip and replace. Oh, man, I'm growing. I wish I would have spent the $50, $200 a month in the more mature version versus the lighter version they're stuck on. So, yes, there's a way to go in between. But I'd say for the monthly fees, Dre, if one can, go for kind of the best you can do it and push yourself for 30 or 60 days to go all out and test it that way. If that makes sense what I'm trying to say. But I hear what you're saying for sure.
I have a good one.
Please.
This is Amy speaking. Previe, it's an app. Well, you can, most of the website editors have it, and they have a free version, and it's really good. It just has like the preview on the bottom.
And spell it preview, P-R-E?
P-R-V-Y. Preview.
There we go, preview.
It's free to use, and you can get the upgraded version, and it'll just take away the preview at the bottom. And it's actually one of the ones I use for my clients all the time. It's really good.
I love it. So I was preview. And what's your name again? Who's this?
Amy G.
Hey, Amy, what's up? Welcome. And Tarika asked, am I giving CRM classes? Yes, we will be able to talk about this and anything in BWC Prime, Tarika, for sure. Thank you, Amy. All right, who's next? I think maybe Dr. Fred was speaking. I'm not sure, but whoever next?
I'll go next. Dr.
Mike's all yours, but Dr. Fred, yes.
Yes. I'm wrestling with Ramon.
Yes.
Ramon. It's Coach Ramon. Did I get it right? Ramon.
I'll take you, Dr. Fred. You can call me whatever you like. You have full permission. I love you so much. But yes, Ramon.
I want to get it right.
Ramon. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ramon. Okay, got it. Awesome content this morning. Thank you so much. The conversation between you and Larissa was just fresh. I mean, I loved it every bit. I got two questions. Number one, would you mind commenting on the frequency of emailing your list? I know that's an open question, but if you'll give me a comment on the frequency of emailing your list. And the second question to that is, how do you respond to unsubscribes? How do you deal with that? The unsubscribes. Thank you so
Sure.
much. I look forward
Oh,
to
and
talking to
you're welcome. And hang with me, Dr. Fred. Feel free to hang with me. No problem. Hang with me here. You may have a follow-up.
Sure.
No problem at all. But yeah, so regarding the frequency, I'm going to get a bit, Dr. Fred, can I get political? This is Glenn Lundy, so we can't get political, but can I get political?
Go.
Buckle up, y'all. We're going to get political. I'm teasing it away. So Haley Hobson, to call out some people who we love and know, Haley Hobson, she had a guest. And that guest said, it's okay to email daily. Grant Cardone, guru of marketing, etc., emails daily. So I think that's one school of thought, Dr. Fred, especially if the content's good or even not good. People who want you and really, really don't want to miss anything from you will not unsubscribe. They may filter it differently. I filter my emails anyhow, so I have full control of my email box. I'm not a slave to no one or anything. I filter, so that's a side point. But there's one school of thought, email frequently, sometimes multiple times a day. I personally for me, think it's a bit much. That's me. That's just me. But there's a school of thought that says do that. However, I think if you're doing anything less than once a week, Dr. Fred, it's too infrequent. And the side tip I'll give also to that, Dr. Fred, which helps me, I build a marketing campaign. So every Thursday at 2 p.m., I send an email out that motivates and inspires people. As Seth Godin has said, do you think I do that every day live? No, it's built into a campaign, Dr. Fred. So people can go to RamonRay.com or I think even BWC or Zone of Genius and sign up. And you'll get an email from me Thursday, 2 p.m. and see what I mean by marketing automation. So that helps with that. So mine are automated and it comes out once a week. I write them, but it's in a schedule. So that answers the one question. I'll answer your second one, then feel free to shoot back any follow-ups. As far as the unsubscribes, I love unsubscribes in a way, Dr. Fred, because if the person's not interested in hearing from me, that's okay. And that means my list engagement rate is going to go higher, if that makes sense. It's like with me, it's an emotional thing I think that we have to get over. Does it hurt a bit? Yeah, I'm human, of course. But it's like at an event, Dr. Fred, there's 500 people at an event, 500 people in a room, and 3 people walk up and leave. It hurts a bit. They could have been in the wrong room. They could have got to go pee. They could have just not like shaved head people with glasses. But you know what? The other 497 people in the room, we rocking it. So that's how I see that. But Dr. Fred, shoot me back. You're a smart man. I'd love to know what you think of what I said. Feel free to jive with me a bit here.
Hey, Ramon.
Love every bit of it.
Go ahead, Dr. Fred.
Love every bit of what you just said. Awesome. I'm gonna tell you this though. I'm leaning towards that everyday contact.
Yeah.
Because I think you leave an imprint there that's just awesome. And I'm also in total agreement with you on the unsubscribes. You know, if they're not for you, then maybe there's somebody else that's a better fit. So awesome reply. Thank you very much. And yeah, you got to automate to dominate, right?
And let me tell you one thing, Dr. Fred, and then we're going to have I think that was my boy, Mr. Rudin. I think it was. We'll see in a minute if I recognize him.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Dr. Fred, one thing I wanted to say about the daily, though, is that I don't mind daily, especially, this is for me, if it's valuable teaching content. That's just me. But many of the daily emails I get, it's sales. And I get it. I'm not a hardcore seller. That's just not my skill, but I sell differently. But however, it's an email newsletter, like say, Dr. Fred, every day it's a tip how to do a bestseller. Woo, I'm all for that. A quick tip on that. And then selling me a bit like a link, click here to consult with me. I'm all for that. But I guess for me, it's like Dr. Fred saying, hey, I woke up and kissed my daughter goodnight today and buy for me. Hey, I went to the beach yesterday. Buy for me. For me, it's just a bit much. That's me though.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think, you know, mindset is something we all work on every day,
Yes.
right? And I think if we add value every day, enlarging mindset and expanding and giving hope and inspiration and then selling, you know, periodically, I think you can put together a mix there that will be very tasteful every day.
Absolutely. Yes. Thank you, Dr. Fred. And again, everybody check out Dr. Fred's profile. Amazing human. My friend, Glenn Rudin, the message master himself, segments, I believe, on Friday or someday. Glenn Rudin, the mic is all yours, brother.
I love it. You know, listen, Dr. Fred and Ramon, you kind of touched on it. You know, think about it. Even your favorite TV show that you'd want to binge, if they're putting the same episode out every day, you're going to get turned off, right? You don't want to watch that. So to me, the challenge is nothing wrong with every day, but you really better sit down and create some great content that even your most ardent fans see that and say, oh, I didn't think of that. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, that's incredible. So that on a daily basis, when they're coming to what your messages are, your marketing, all that stuff coming out, that every day they see it's something amazing. And to me, that's challenging. Coming up with 5 great things, if you're going to just do Monday through Friday, that's hard. It's not impossible, but it's hard. Put yourself in your customer's shoes. I mean, we're all supposed to be doing that all the time. Put ourselves in their place. What would you want to hear today, like every day? What's the message that's going to resonate with you every single day? Because look, you can use that CRM, and I love the masterclass Ramon is doing here, but you can use that and automate it and put out junk every day. That's not going to serve your purpose. So to me, you need to really build a head of steam, really need to build a bullpen full of great stuff. And then you or your team or whoever, you want to automate that and put it out there so that every day when people look at it, oh my God, that's unbelievable. I got to look every day for Dr. Fred or Ramon's stuff, because every day he's bringing something new. Oh, and then you filter in, every, 5th or 6th, message. Here's something I'm doing, a master class. Here's something I'm doing you can sign up for. So just be careful about how you use that automation, because you don't want to turn people off by boring them or not having great content. Just wanted to add that, Ramon. Thanks.
No, Glenn, you're so right. And I think that's what Haley kind of hinted out. I won't mention the name I said before so much, but meaning if the person's, if you're really into the person, you're afraid you're going to miss something or you're learning, you're not going to unsubscribe, Glenn, right? So, that's why I said it. I was teasing when I said it's politics, but she had a good point. If you're getting, email from, that few people, say you're all into Oprah as an example, all into Oprah. She emails 3 times a day. There's ardent fans. Most likely, Glenn, they'll do what you and I would probably do. We filter it so we can look at it, whenever we want. And that's just that side hack. I filter all my emails. Anything that has the word unsubscribe or subscribe in it automatically goes to another folder that I look at every Friday. So that solves that. My inbox is never flooded. So that's what I do, Glenn. But yeah, I think you're so true, Glenn. You got to bring it. If you have an email every day, you better have tips. And then be clear why they signed up. You're in this because we're going to have daily tips on how to slurp coffee. Done. Done. All right. That was Glenn Rudin. Yeah, please. What's your name? Just say your name loud for me.
Amy G. Sorry.
What's your name again?
Amy G.
Amy, of course. Welcome back, Amy. Amy G, please. Mic's yours.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea if you are going to email daily, which I don't suggest, but adding freebies like 10% off of something or a free ebook if you want to make an ebook for that week or every other week. I think that's a good way to keep the customers or clientele hooked onto your email list.
Absolutely. Thank you, Amy G. Appreciate you being here. All right. We have 7 more minutes. Anybody have any questions how I can help with, or we can continue the chat about email marketing, CRM, etc. I think it's such an important topic because, again, we're here about increasing sales. And remember, those who've already bought from you, that means they most likely trust you. Why not see how you can serve them more, sell them more? And are those who are leads, those who kind of know about you, they're not sure if they want to buy from you? Why not use the power of email, the power of CRM to see, would you like to buy from me? You've been fishing around. You went to my webinar. You went to my event. Would you like to buy from me? Then people who are total strangers, as it were, that's where I think the power of social media, other tools you can use to get their, hey, to get their attention. That's what you can use those tools for. But it is definitely a 360 approach. Here I'm live streaming, just experimenting, stealing a page from Justin Conoco's book, who's helping us all up a level ourselves, the power of video. I love video, but, trying my best here also to serve my audience in a bigger way. All right. Who has questions, comments? Welcome to entertain. If not, I'll keep going on.
I do have a question.
Please.
On Amy G speaking. What do you think about email optional, SMS? Well, email required, SMS optional. Because, a lot of the times nowadays, people forget to look into their email box, right? But they do look into their, onto their phones every day and look at their text messages. So I always prefer to have SMS as an option. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I like SMS as an option. Here's my 2 cents on that, using just all I have is my own case. I don't have stats on this. But I think that I'm guessing, Amy, and then let me know, Amy G, what you think, is that people will hit the stop, STOP, will stop any text from coming in, excuse me, faster. Pardon me, excuse me again, faster if it doesn't serve them, very well. So my point is, I don't like SMS messages going out daily or weekly or hey, whatever. It becomes annoying fast. You're hitting my phone. What I like as an example, Tina Wilson did this at her event. I'm sure other people have done it, but just calling Tina Wilson out. Her event was happening on a Saturday. Actually, TM and Tina had an event similar day, and I was able to attend both of them. And a few hours before Tina went live, Amy G, she said, hey, I'm going live soon. Join me. I joined. I signed up, but I forgot, busy on a Saturday, whatever. So I like texting for those things. I'm not sure if David Spizak uses it, but I know others who do coaching calls. You get a text, hey, I'm going live on Friday, whatever. Join me for my call. I love that. Things like that I think are good, but I think don't replace your texting and make it your email. Every day you're sending me a text, says buy from me or something. I'll hit stop so fast your head will spin, and I'm guessing others will do too, because that's my phone. And I don't want to have that sucker beeping up in my pocket all day while I'm in church trying to praise God. That just don't work for me. Amy G, what do you think?
So Ramon,
Yes, sir.
Ramon, I would add a couple things.
Please.
And this is and Amy G, just it's good to see you. It's been a long time since I've seen you on the app, so it's great to see you. But a couple things about texting. So here's the plus with texting. On email, you're oftentimes fortunate to get an open rate of 3 to 5%, and engagement rate can be 0.5% to 1 or 2%. So it's it could be long odds there, and I get why people can get frustrated with email, but there's, like everything else, there's a science to it, right? So with SMS, the beauty is people will open up their text messages over 90% of the time, and so that's what's kind of intoxicating about it. Here's the problem. Number one, we all know that there are certain regulations, laws around email, and those are so much more strict on texting. So if I email you, I have to give you the ability to unsubscribe. So you have the ability to opt out. Texting is different. If you're texting somebody from a business perspective, if it's any form of marketing, and they even consider, like in the car business, if I send you a message saying, hey, there's a recall on your vehicle, that's if you don't get it, it's a problem, that's still marketing. So it's not informational. In a business context, anything that's marketing at all has to have an opt-in, not an opt-out, but it not only has to have an opt-in, it has to have a double opt-in in writing. So, if you don't have a double opt-in from me in writing, then you're sending me a text. Now, I still have the ability typically to hit stop. We all get these text messages from unsavory places, and they don't adhere to this, and it may teach a message to business people that, hey, if they can do it, I can do it. No, they're doing it because they're doing it nefariously, and they change their numbers every 2 seconds, and the government just can't keep up with them. But if you're a legitimate business, you just don't want to go there to that point because of some of the things that Ramon said. Now, if you got the opt-in from me, it's because you have something of relevance. I've been doing some engagement with you, and then after that, to Ramon's point, yeah, if you have something that's important to me, then texting is like nothing else. It is the way to go. But you don't want to use that bullet every day. And I would think of email as just as my drip, 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 my shotgun, so to speak. And if I want something laser focused for a client, I would use texting. So for what it's worth.
Hey Ramon, what David's talking about is a rule called TCPA. David, that was spot on, right? TCPA, it's the Telecommunications Consumer Protection Act, and there are stiff penalties around robocalls, in the same type of robocalling on your cell phone, wireless numbers. It's the same with texting, right? And so when you talk about rapid speed, using like a Uzi to contact customers via text, it is really illegal. David didn't say it, but it's illegal at the end of the day, right?
And I love TM that you pulled Uzi. You went old school for me. Thank you.
And listen,
you didn't go modern. But here's the thing. So what he's referring to is you can send batch emails out to a gazillion people, no problem. But you are not allowed to send ever a text message from an automated system ever. If it's a mass automated system, that is an absolute no-no, unless you specifically have a double opt-in in writing and you can verify that.
So true. And TM, thanks for jumping in. David Spizak, thanks for being here. Listen, everybody, it's the conclusion of my segment. What a powerful segment it's been. Glenn Lundy and David jumped in and called me out that I didn't send them that message this weekend. Larissa Harrington interviewed me. We've talked about the power of CRM. I was able to slurp some coffee. Tarika Jones is live on video. This has been a great day. And listen, everybody, we're going to do this for several more hours today. We're going to do it by God's grace tomorrow, again and again and again. Motivation, education, inspiration through a lens of positivity to help you live your best life and grow your business. Check out all these things at bwcdaily.com. Join me live on BWC Prime tonight, our live coaching, bwcprime.com. Check that out. And with that, I give one of the smartest, most handsome, strongest, best fathers, awesome hat wearing, suit wearing, book authoring, event person in the world. That's my friend, Dre Baldwin. Dre, the mic is yours, brother, and I hope you're feeling great.
I am doing great, Ramon. Can you go another? Thank you for